In the very beginning, long, long ago, God created the beautiful world we live in. He made the bright, shining sun, the twinkly stars, and the big blue oceans. He made tall mountains, green forests, and all the amazing animals, the roaring lions, the tall giraffes, and the tiny little ladybugs. Everything was perfect. After creating all this, God did something extra special. He took some dust from the ground, shaped it carefully, and breathed life into it. And just like that, the very first man was created. His name was Adam. God loved Adam very much. He planted a wonderful garden for him to live in, called the Garden of Eden. This wasn't just any garden. It was the most beautiful place you could ever imagine. It was filled with colorful flowers that smelled sweet, delicious fruits hanging from every tree, and sparkling rivers flowing through it. All the animals were friendly, and they all lived together peacefully. God told Adam, "You are in charge of this beautiful garden and all the animals. Take care of them." Adam loved his job. He walked through the garden, naming all the animals. He called the big grey one with a long trunk's elephant, and the flying creatures with colourful feathers birds. Every day in the cool of the evening, God would come down to the garden to walk and talk with Adam. They were the best of friends. It was a happy, wonderful time. In the middle of the garden, God had planted two very special trees. One was the tree of life, and the other was the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God told Adam, "You can eat from any tree in this garden, but there is one rule you must follow. Do not eat the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you do, you will surely learn about sadness and things that are not good." Adam understood and promised to obey. Soon God saw that Adam was all alone, so he said, "It is not good for man to be alone. I will make a helper for him." So, while Adam was sleeping, God created the very first woman, Eve, to be his friend and companion. When Adam woke up and saw Eve, he was so happy. Now they could explore the garden together, take care of the animals together, and talk with God together. Life was perfect. But one day, something sneaky and not very nice happened. A serpent, who was the cleverest of all the animals, came to Eve. He whispered, "Did God really say you can't eat from any tree in the garden?" Eve replied, "Oh no, we can eat from all the trees, except for the one in the middle. God said if we eat from that one, we will know things we shouldn't." The serpent was tricky and said, "You won't. God knows that if you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be just like him, knowing everything." Eve looked at the tree. The fruit looked so yummy, and she became very curious. She thought it would be amazing to be as wise as God. So, she took a bite of the fruit, and then gave some to Adam, who was with her, and he ate it too. In that moment, everything changed. They suddenly felt ashamed and scared, because they knew they had disobeyed God. They tried to hide from him when they heard him walking in the garden. God called out, "Adam, where are you?" Adam, hiding, answered, "I heard you, and I was afraid, so I hid." God knew what they had done and was very sad. He asked, "Did you eat from the tree I commanded you not to eat from?" Adam blamed Eve, and Eve blamed the serpent. Because they had disobeyed, they could no longer live in the perfect Garden of Eden. God explained that life would now be harder for them. He lovingly made them clothes to wear, and then, with a heavy heart, he sent them out of the beautiful garden. Even though they made a big mistake, God still loved them and had a plan to one day make everything right again. And that's the story of Adam and Eve. It reminds us how important it is to listen and obey, and that even when we make mistakes, we are still loved. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.